If you'd like to purchase a coaching session with me, join my Discord server and go to the Buy Private Sessions channel. From there, you'll find all of the info you'll need to set up a session for yourself. All coaching sessions are currently 20% off over the course of this spring break, from March 15th to March 21st. The Student Pass is arguably the most valuable part of the purchase. All of the perks that come with the Student Pass are available to look at in the Buy Private Sessions channel. If you can't afford a private session, or you just don't feel like buying a session, feel free to join my Discord and use the free resources within it. Alright, who are you in game?
Yeah.
Jack, right? I gotcha. Okay. So, what about this VOD do you feel like we should be focusing on? What do you feel like you... okay, first of all, have you reviewed this VOD before?
No, I thought it would be better to pick a fresh VOD. I just remembered this game was close. It was.
When
I
did
feel
you
like this
play
game was
it?
winnable. 1 or 2 days ago. It was pretty recent.
Okay. So do you remember what it is that you thought was like wrong about this match that you lost or drew?
Maybe not specifically this match. It's they have a junk one trick, and I just literally always lose to them. So maybe that's a specific thing. What I'm doing wrong against them. So the ones that are in top 100, they just beat me every time. I don't know.
Alright, so being down a teammate doesn't already help.
Yeah.
That's a bit unfortunate.
He's
But
we won this fight though. I remember that.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so I don't like how you're healing nothing right now, or like you weren't initially. That's kind of wasted healing. And it sounds like a really pissy thing to be talking about, but it's like, especially when you're missing a healer, it's kind of like, it's kind of crucial that you're making sure that you're hitting shots that are important. Now, one thing that I don't like about this. Yeah, no. So one thing that I don't like about this initially was that, so why is it that you're playing back here, but like you're cutting off the right angle like there? Why are you cutting that off?
Because I'm scared it's like a hit scan popping in the window and just kind of like tapping me.
But you're also hit scan.
That's true.
Right, and the idea is that it's like so what you need to think of Baptiste, like, is that he doesn't really have utility other than like his lamp, but even then that's not really utility in a way. It's not like it just gives your team a second life. If anything, it's almost like more healing, right? It just increases their effective health, right? So your utility comes from your damage. Your damage is your utility, right? So what you need to be thinking is, how can I prevent people from up here from being oppressive?
Oh.
See what I'm saying? So it's like
just like controlling their angles.
Exactly. So what you need to be thinking of as a flex support is, I'm not a flex healer, I'm a flex support, right? Another thing that you could be thinking is like, healing mitigates the symptoms of damage, right? You heal up this Reinhardt as he got hit with like a fire strike, but did it actually get rid of the pressure? No. What gets rid of the pressure?
Getting rid of their
damage.
Them.
Exactly. Yeah. Killing, right? Pressing M1, right? So my issue is that I feel I think you could be closer. I think you could be a bit closer, in that potentially you could be up here, but the risk obviously is here, right? If somebody peeks. So that's why I say maybe like around here, or potentially here. Do you see what that does? Yeah. It puts you closer, so that, one, you have cover, right? But the one thing is that you lose line of sight of your teammates, so that's a bit risky. But two, it's the fact that you're closer, where it's like you can be here, firing, and then you could drop down here if you wanted to. You could play wider if you see that there isn't really going to be anybody. Like after the first 15 seconds, you press tab, and then you can see exactly what heroes they have. Oh, there's nobody who's going to be really contesting the high grounds like efficiently. Therefore, I can just play back here, right? I don't really need to worry about it, right? Whereas like if they had like an Echo or like a Doomfist who like knows some crazy fucking rollout, you'd want to be making sure that you have line of sight of these. But then the thing is that being here allows you to be closer and get your full damage out. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Right? So being back here would make more sense for somebody like an Ana, almost, right? Or like a Zen, who wants to be just like pumping out damage, and then from there you can discord the targets that are up there, right?
Okay.
But here, this would be much more like, I think it would be better for Zen, or sorry, for Baptiste, because you could be playing like up here as well. You can get higher ground. You could. It just makes it a lot more. Everything is more accessible for you.
Okay.
Right. So the idea is that I think not so much what you're doing right now is an issue, but it's just I think what you're doing right now is too inconsiderate of what could be happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Because if you
I'm not getting my full potential out.
exactly, right? Because like if you keep doing this, right? If you keep playing like this, you're gonna eventually get somebody who will contest those angles and will fuck you, right?
Oh, they DC'd. That was it.
Oh,
I
you
remember
DC'd?
this. Yeah, it's
Ah,
3:30 now. I just got in.
Oh wow, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Ideally you don't do that. But
Yeah.
again, this is like kind of pointless healing. You see what I'm saying? This is all pointless healing, and then now you've entered the fight. You have 6 shots, and knowing you're gonna reload. Nope. But it's like it's pointless, right? Because it's like instead just do the damage. You might as well, right? Might as well be doing damage, because at least you're hurting the enemy, and maybe you're building ult charge in that way. All right. So just to add on this point, part of the importance of putting out damage is that, for one thing, it lets you help drain the enemy team's resources. For example, like if you bait out a bubble, or if you're just literally just breaking shield, right? Any advantage is better than no advantage, right? So you might as well just like maximize your output and give you a bit more of an advantage just by outputting damage alongside outputting healing. Now, another thing to consider is that it also helps you build your ultimate charge quicker, and especially in chokes like this, and even more so in ranked, when it's like you might not get the coordination that you want, or maybe, and I hate to blame your teammates or whatever, but it's like maybe your teammates aren't making the correct plays, or even you just don't really know what to do here. Sometimes playing for ult is the simplest thing that you can do, and being able to get your ult as quickly as possible can win you fights and help you break through tough choke points like this one. We do talk about this in the VOD review together, but for the sake of brevity, I just wanted to include this as a little side point. But like, if you're just, or you're wasting their resources, but if you're just healing like full targets like that, that's kind of pointless, right? You could be shooting the Zarya earlier, baiting bubble earlier, something, breaking shield. I don't know, anything. Again, these targets are full. I don't really like these regen bursts. You need to use it a bit more selfishly.
Okay.
Alright, use it a bit more for yourself. Your positioning should allow them to inherently get value out of it, but it should be for yourself when things actually get dicey. Don't just use it to make up, like, just to pump out more healing, right?
Okay, I never even thought about that.
You know. Like here it doesn't matter because you won the fight, but it's just something that you want to be keeping in mind. This is good, right? And do you see how you get these early pot shots off of people? That's like the difference. You might as well, right? There's no reason why you can't. Now, do you remember why you dropped?
No, I don't.
No.
Might have heard of Hanzo. Not sure. Who knows?
Look at what happens.
And Junkrat pushes top right, free.
And now you're fucked. Right? Now he's
Yeah.
up there. Nothing you can do about that. He's in your flank. You're done. This is where you get one tap, right? But imagine if you see it ahead of time, right? And you make him waste another conch mine. Right? Now he can't get up here. Imagine if you're sitting here charging up your jump, boop, you jump up here, and you keep on firing at him. See that? Again, you've lost that, right? Now he's in your flank. Now this is going to be massive fucking pressure to you because you know that he's there, and you know, shit, I always lose to Junkrat one tricks, right? So it's like now you're, oh, now I'm kind of screwed because you know he's there, and you're sitting there clenching your ass cheeks just hoping like, oh god, when is he going to come? And now you have to deal with that.
One tap me.
Yeah. Right, but do you see the Hanzo? You put pressure, now he has to back off, he has to do something else. Where's that Junkrat? Uh-oh. is. Here it comes.
Very.
Oh no. And do you see how everything feels just out of range? It's like you can't really like easily heal up the Rhine or whatever. It's like it's just like it just feels like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Now the
I had that
Anares
problem
off
a
and
lot.
everything's right. You need to be preventing them from taking angles like this. The instant that they do that, they win, right?
Mhm.
And that's where it's
Yeah.
like, if anything, so what you want to consider too is like one way to counter aggression is through aggression,
Mhm.
right? So the best way that you can counter the enemy team being aggressive by going through here is being in an aggressive position and preventing them from using it. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or alternatively, when the enemy does go on angles like this, you also go on angles as well to like try to get some picks yourself, right? This is where you could potentially be, instead of playing on main, you take a wider position and you look for potential picks. See how that works?
Yeah. Like Zen could be dead.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, to be honest.
Right? And that would potentially win you the fight. And then look, there you go. You end up getting him, but it's like the whole point is that you could be getting this shit earlier, and you could be doing it yourself.